I feel like earlier recordings I had the game audio too low. It seemed like it was very quiet to me compared to me. So I've adjusted it a little bit. Let me know if it gets too loud. But hey, it's gonna be time for that video game-ness. Time for... There we go. Tales of Arise. Okay, so what's up? We're in the icy town of Cyslodia, the capital of Cyslodia, where they're using, I believe, light. They're like taking the light energy away or something, and that's why it's eternally dark here. Kind of like how they were burning fire in Calaglia, something like that. Yo!
There's a lot of them.
Tuckendorf with the big old gift sub drop. Thank you. 20 subs. Holy cow. I'm not going to read out everybody who joined, but welcome, giant group of people to the Wug Thugs. Happy to have you. Oh, Tuckendorf didn't get to see the Graces finale live, so here's the congrats for the fun conclusion to a good game. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tales of Graces is one of my favorites. Happy to have a complete playthrough of it on my channel. But hey, all good tales lead to more good tales, right? That's how the old saying goes. That's the classic catchphrase. So, without further ado, let's maybe heal up real quick. Oh, we've only got 3 apple gels? Wow, really cranking through our health stuff. I mean, I know a lot of these are from DLC. I'm going to guess they gave me 5 of every one, based on how I'm seeing a lot of 5s. So let's use the things we've got more than 5 of. And maybe we'll dip into these later. I don't have to never use them, but, you know. All right, max at HP up. I feel like Alphen uses HP as a like resource more than everyone else, so we'll give that to him. Defense, I'm probably gonna sway heavily on Alphen here because he's gonna be up front a lot. At least out of the party we've currently got. Okay, elemental attack. Here we go. Here's where Alphen might not need as much. Thanks, Noxgar, for the bits. You were about to use your Prime sub, but got gifted a sub before you could, so I guess it shows support with bits. But hey, thank you very much. Always hold the stuff until end game. Yeah, I kind of do, but also, you know, we got a bunch we're sitting on, so we might as well. I can save the DLC ones for end game, maybe. But okay, let's get... We've got 2 to use, so we're going to give 1 to each of our magey people. Elemental defense. Is this one of those games where elemental defense decides how much you heal? Because I feel like one of them did that, or like magic, or is this... Wait, is that resistance? What's elemental defense and what's resistance? You know what? We're going to be up front. We're going to give it to you. Penetration, hey! Alphen's all about that penetration, you know. Endurance, I'm gonna guess, is just general defense. Resistance in this is the opposite of penetration, I think. Okay, that also makes sense. There we go. Now we're 5 on all of the herbs. Okay, so what happened at the end of the last session? We met with the silver blades, silver swords, silver something. The people who work here, right? Because Crimson Crows were our Calaglia allies, and here we have the silver something. I want to say silver swords. Yes, silver swords, people are confirming.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe.
Something wrong? You can say that. You know, the hidden passage that connects Cyslodia to the outside world. On my way back, I spilled some food outside the entrance. The smell of it attracted Zoogles. Now it's too dangerous to cross through that path. Not much talking or bragging about it either. Everyone in the silver swords is too busy. We'll handle it. It's cool. Time to change up Alphen's sword skin, says Ash. You got it.
Right.
Don't worry, buddy. I love killing Zoogles. It's... My business is killing Zoogles, and business is good. Sure. Alright, so change the Alphen sword skin. No more laser sword for us. Oh, that's pretty neat. Ooh, that's the one. That's like the actual weapon we're using right now. That doesn't look bad. Boring. Rusty. Kind of between these. Since we're using this one, I'm going to opt for the one we're not using. Resistance also reduces the likelihood of getting a critical hit, while penetration makes it easier to inflict break and deal critical hits. Oh! Good, 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 good. Information I need. Alright, well, we're supposed to go this way. Let's do what they say. Because I can't fast travel right now. I wanted to check and see if we got anything else from Hoodles. Or the owls. But it wouldn't let me fast travel before we started, so... No fast travel from me.
How many of these hideouts do you guys have exactly?
Enough. You can never be too careful these days.
Lots of
We
hideouts.
even keep some of them secret from each other. So long as you don't let anyone tail you, you're welcome to use them as you please.
This guy sounds younger than he looks to me.
So what's our plan of action?
We're still going to rescue Zephyr, right?
That goes without saying. If only we knew where he
Lighthawk,
was,
I bet this
we could-
game explains stuff. I just have a feeling
want to
it's
see this.
in the field guide or whatever.
Found guilty of all
kinda have to look
charges.
for it yourself.
The Calaglian dissident will forthwith be executed in witness of His Excellency Lord Ganabelt.
Uh-oh,
Clause
they're
2
talking
of
about
the
Zephyr.
Special Curfew Act has been initiated with immediate effect throughout the realm. All Danons not involved in special duties or corrective labor must remain indoors until further notice and watch the execution broadcast.
You gotta watch it. It's
Any
must-see
citizens
TV.
found in breach of this protocol will be arrested as dissidents. This is a direct order. Repeat, this is a
You think they're
public
talking about your
announcement.
friend?
Can't imagine them talking about anyone else.
But Lost said...
I thought we had days, not hours.
Looks like it's been brought forward.
Just hold on. Where do you think you're going? We don't even have a plan yet.
The only thing I don't like about covering her
We
eyes
don't
with
leave
sunglasses
now,
is I
Zephyr's
feel like
going to be murdered.
they've done a lot of good stuff with eye movement in this game.
Alphen, we've got to go.
Characters
the clock's
frantically
ticking.
looking around when they're scared and stuff.
They've all gotta go some way, I guess.
Are
We'll join
TVs
up
a
with
normal
you
thing in Tales
afterwards.
games?
We might be able to
They've
create
had
a
some
diversion.
games that are like much more modern.
Good idea.
Zillia
Let's go.
kind
We have to
of
get
gets
to
a
the
lot of
plaza.
technology partway through. There's frequently like more
What's
advanced
going on?
civilizations in these.
Why did the execution get moved up?
Calm down.
We're low on like... Oh no, they healed us and everything.
We don't know enough to say what's going on here.
We've got no way of knowing what happened to Menik and the others. Damn it.
Hey, Zephyr and the others will be okay, right?
Let's just get to the plaza and fast.
The accessory I have for Alphen is not great. Let's get a better Pierce emblem, because that's what he's got right now, but he has no added effects. We could have better... Wow, water damage is the only thing we can add to it? Okay. I wanted to have better penetrate so we can get breaks more easily so my combos look cooler. That's basically the only reason I want it. Here we go. Add... Oh wait, this is the one where you just have to put it in it, right? There's no real... It's just leveling it up. There we go. We'll go with that for now. Can we forge a better weapon for anyone? Nope. Alright. Okay. I feel like we have prepped. Hold on, let's see if there's any things we can grab up here. What you two talking about? What, broadcast the execution? Talking about overkill. Maybe Ganabelt feels the need to take drastic measures, but why, I wonder? Oh, he needs to keep you people down. Hey, this is why we look. Alright, maybe not that important. They've disabled my jump inside. It is rude to jump indoors. I also can't sprint. Shion's eyes glow in battle when she uses an astral art. I'm curious if they thought ahead enough to be consistent with that. I bet they do. Make all the weapons you can. It unlocks the title for Alphen. I'm pretty sure I was aware of that. In fact, got some skill points, but not enough for the points out for the things I want. Yeah, okay, weapon types. Weapon types, not just weapons, so I can't forge the same one over and over and it won't count. Do I want any of these? Increased counterattack damage sounds good, but I want more AG. That would definitely help. I know for a fact that at some point I will get the ability to equip more arts. I'm hoping they are clear when that happens because I don't want to miss that. Shion wants to cosplay Mia for a bit. I'm guessing that's the cameo costume I don't recognize for her. Is that this? Oh no, Mia. Mia's blood veil. My mistake. We need to stop this execution. Wait! I'm assuming I'm running to the right place. Yeah, Central Plaza is where we're gonna want to be. So, here. Can I even... I bet you they won't even let me go out because I can't fast travel or anything right now. Hang on. Gonna do a little exploring here real quick just to make sure we aren't missing that. Oh, is that just the lamp looking like that? Yeah, they all look like that. Okay. I thought that was an item or something up there. I'm just checking out this city real quick. Let's see if there's any owls I was missing, maybe. Because, you know, we are all about playing dress up on this channel. Oh.
Is the execution in there?
Hey, you lot! Trespassers! Think the curfew doesn't apply to you, huh?
Uh-oh. Now what?
Doesn't seem like there's any other way in. I say we fight our way through.
That's always your answer.
Wait.
And I like it.
You recognize them? They were with the dissident!
That's us.
No choice then.
We are the dissidents.
Zephyr's still okay, isn't he?
The sooner we take care of these guys, the sooner we can rescue it.
Need to get that. Ooh, annihilation. That sounds cool.
How about you stop?
Double demon fang. Damn, I'm a genius.
This one's mine. Here comes Flame of Fury.
Damn, I never feel like I can follow it up fast enough. Ooh, way over their head. The Dissidents sounds like a band name. I'd listen to them.
Damn, there's just no end to these guys. Zephyr!
Zephyr.
Attention, citizens, subjects, and slaves of Cyslodia. I, Lord Ganabelt Valkyris, do formally open these proceedings.
Is this the guy who was talking to Ballsack earlier?
Behold, the brazen worm who
Are you
would dare
Ballsack?
threaten the peace and order of our fair city.
I know he was on
As
the
if
phone
his
with someone
scheme
smug.
weren't foolish enough, he then made the mistake of thinking he could hide it. Take heed, Danans, and engrave this edict
Also,
into
this
your
guy looks
souls.
for sure to not be the
Such
shadowy
fools'
swordman
right
we
to
saw
life
earlier.
in Cyslodia shall be forfeit. now embedded. You should listen carefully. Before my final verdict, I am prepared to offer you an unprecedented chance at mercy. Where are your comrades? Give them up before those assembled, and I shall spare you your life.
Uh-oh. Zephyr's not gonna do it, would he?
Fine time I have. If you're so tremendously determined to suffer for the sake of your allies, then I will see to it that you do.
I can't wait to beat this guy up. Oh no! Okay, they're just smacking him around. I thought that was like the actual beheading.
Feeling the urge to tell everyone yet?
Those assembled. Well, okay, they're assembling via TV, Glenn. We're all watching this on the live feed.
First, tell the people about the mistakes you made. Then, the whereabouts of your friends.
The whereabouts of your friends. Blah.
Mistakes, huh? Where to start? I've made so many in my life that I've lost count.
Is he gonna ask for his son's forgiveness in his
All my
last
life I've
moments?
had to fight, but I have known nothing but loss. I was so caught up in the struggle to survive in this world.
There he
I
is.
ended up neglecting my own family.
Oh no! He's gonna hear about his dad's sad times, and he's gonna feel bad turning him in.
I have lost so many good friends. I even lost my wife and my son. I'll never be able to fix these mistakes. Not a single one.
It sounds to me as if the greatest mistake of your life was never learning to stay down when you were beaten.
Right, yes. I can't... He's got a tone to his
A
voice
good
that I
man
can't
once
replicate.
told me if I take up this fight, I'd have to pay a price. Turns out he was right. After all, the very people and things I was fighting to protect the most were payment.
But boy, was it worth it. I don't miss any of them. All for the fight for freedom.
I don't regret keeping up the fight for a second. But still, not a single day goes by when I do not think about what I have lost.
Yeah, this lord up here is definitely the twirly mustache type. He's kind of missing that.
Not telling others how much they truly meant to me before it was too late. That is your answer. That's the greatest mistake of my life.
I didn't tell my son I loved him enough before I went off to fight the war.
Do yourselves a favor and never become like me. Don't continue to make the same mistakes until it's too late to fix them. Ask yourself what it is you couldn't bear to lose. What do you want to protect with all of your might? Then hold on and never let go.
That's quite enough.
All right. I gave you a chance to speak. Now I'm tired of it.
Listen to that voice deep inside of you. Together, no wall can hold you back.
So
And
you know
the
that
same goes for
shot
the
of
ones
Law
the Lord
screaming
made you
at
build inside
this
your own
building?
hearts.
I have a feeling I know what he's screaming about. Oh, okay, never mind. Thought this execution was gonna go off without a hitch.
You still hanging in there, Dad?
Law, you saved me.
Yeah, well, I kind of put you here too, so don't thank me too much.
I've been such an idiot.
Quick turn on Law. I mean, admittedly, pretty emotional speech his dad gave.
Son, I need to...
Now's not exactly the best time to catch up. There's still a lord in need of beating.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So you're the son, are you?
Yes.
I thought I'd ordered for you to be relieved of your duties until all this was over.
Did you know they were
I'll
related?
see to it the person at fault is reprimanded appropriately.
What?
Oh, well. You've served your purpose more excellently than anyone could have hoped.
Hey, guys, what we miss? Is the execution still going on?
If it isn't the infamous Alphen of Calaglia. And he's joined by his fellow conspirators, the likes of Traitor and a Danon Witch.
They're not conspirators. They're friends. And they're not alone.
Trust us, there's a lot of action happening off screen. You just can't see it.
Oh, Minnick! You finally made it!
Minnick to society.
Your reign is over right now. You hear me, cannibals?
Oh,
The
heartburn.
Master Core's acting up. What is it? Minnick?
I was hoping to drag this out a little longer.
Uh-oh.
But that's a Master Core. What?
I knew it. I knew we couldn't trust him. I knew it.
No, Dad!
So the Master Cores react to each other, I see. How interesting. You can drop the act. It's over.
All this time,
I'm the real
really
Lord.
you?
Every second.
I mean, I guess, you know, there's definitely a decent enough time where I wasn't sure if he was evil or not.
You stand before the Lord of Cyslodia, Ganabelt Valkyrus in the flesh.
So who was the other
You mean-
Ganabel?
A Renin Lord's been leading the Danon resistance?
You're not the only one skilled in the art of deception, you know. A mere side vocation in my own case.
Someone tell that choir to get a little
Sufficient in
quiet.
bringing the blazing
I can
sword
barely hear
of Calaglia
Ganabel.
to my doorstep.
All of this was just to get to me?
Alvin! Zephyr is...
Dad! Dad!
That's a special poison. Ordinary healing arts will do you no good.
I'll never give any of this to my soldiers who fight you, mind you.
I wouldn't fret about it, friends. You'll all be dead soon enough.
Alright, here goes.
Think of escaping, dissident!
We need to hurry. Otherwise, we're not getting out of here without a fight.
Fire interrupted me.
No!
Alvin?
I have no limit!
Whoa. What's this? Overlimit! Okay, as you take damage and execute perfect evasions, you'll enter overlimit status for a set period. During it, arts cost no AG to use, and enemy attacks won't interrupt them. Be warned, however, enemies can also enter overlimit status as well. Okay, cool. I was gonna say, are they gonna wait to give me Mystic Arts? While in overlimit, after landing an art, press and hold 2 of the following buttons to activate your character's powerful Mystic Art. Triangle, square, X. Once used, your character will no longer be in overlimit status. Okay, so hold that off until the end of it. Let's just take him into the sky, maybe burn him a little bit, and then... Oh no! No! That didn't count! I was holding the button after I burned him. Just triggered the move instead. There we go.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Now! Here I come!
That wolf really deserved all that. Using all my AG for something I'm still in overlimit.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! No, you can't! Burn it!
Boing, bong.
Lightning orb!
Combat's still feeling really good, you guys. Overlimit, this is a bit weird. Also, Mystic Arts are kind of hard to do at the start.
all
You gotta
while
get a
we're
feel
on
on
the
how to time the
defensive.
2 buttons. Yeah.
Dad! Dad, come on! Stay with me!
I also,
trouble to
I
buy
think the first
yourself
one
a
didn't
few
trigger because I was
extra
holding
seconds
circle, which I
before
didn't
you
think about wouldn't
die.
be one of the buttons you could do.
Bastard!
Counterattack on kill is such a good ability, yes. I strongly agree. One of my favorite skills.
They've fled. They'll be back, though. Draw up a welcome party. We'll be ready when they return.
So the city's whole resistance movement was being led by the evil lord? That's gotta be a pretty big bummer.
Did we lose them?
Looks like it for now.
Come on, even if we did lose them, they'll be after us soon enough. Besides, we have Zephyr to worry about. The sooner we get back to the safe house, the better.
I mean, is there such thing as a safe house anymore?
Zephyr.
Let's get to the safe house, quick.
I thought this was our way to the safe house. I guess it's started over there, so it's probably not going to be over here either. Oh, but I want to get that. What? There's an item up there I want to grab. Fine. Lead me by the hand, why don't ya? I mean, like, the dude was literally here talking to us like a little bit ago. Kyle Jeffries loving the content. Can you get a hell yeah? You get a soundboard roll. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I can't
Just
stop
a little
the
bit of
poison's
levity for this
advance.
sad moment.
Thank you.
Zephyr!
The struggle's in your hands now. Oh. Are you there, my son?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Dad. Please just...
If you would have joined our party, Zephyr, instead of running off on your own.
I can't see you. Are you there? Oh. Oh. Listen. I've always...
Oof. Always what, Dad?
This can't be. No, it can't. We never... I didn't. And now he's gone.
Careful, I hear you evacuate your bowels when you die. Oh, Zephyr, no. Good thing we cleaned up that table.
I had a feeling.
Sorry, it was getting too serious in here. I've got to have a fun stream.
But to be Mennick of all people.
So what do we do now?
I'm going.
Law.
That bastard Ganabelt will pay.
You have to know that Ganabelt will be expecting us. This is all an obvious trap.
I don't give a damn if it is.
Just join the
There's
party,
no
man.
way I'm letting that bastard
We can all
get
work
away
together,
with this.
and it'll go great.
He's right, you know. Ganabelt. Mess with the wrong people.
Alphen, you can't just...
Weren't you the one who said you wanted to take on the Lords? Or would you rather go back to Calaglia?
I won't allow you to put words in my mouth. All I'm saying is we shouldn't rush things.
I don't need any of you coming along.
No, you should come along with us.
You're not the only one who wants to avenge Zephyr's death.
He's right. Besides, if we don't take him on right now, we may never get another opportunity.
Yeah, let's rush in without thinking.
If you're going, that means you're going to need the blazing sword. If we do this, we can't afford to make any mistakes.
Are you really sure? You can ask us again after we've defeated the Lord.
Please, allow me to help you as well. Think of it as an apology for getting you into this whole mess. It's the least I can do. Feel free to use anything in here you might need.
Like that table.
Getting ambushed?
Impossible. I built this hideout with my own 2 hands. Mimic. No Ganabelt doesn't know it exists.
Then let's go. Time to avenge Zephyr and free the realm's people.
Yeah. All right. We got our punchy boy in the team. When Law keeps attacking without getting staggered by any enemy attacks, his concentration builds, raising his attack and elemental attack. So you're telling me the longer his combos are, the stronger he hits? Oh, this character was made for me. So Awakened State wears off upon being staggered or failing to land any hits for a certain period. I like the sound of that. All right. Obviously, most important thing, let's get him prettied up. You know, we've broken the seal on everyone else. Let's see what his DLC costumes are all about. We got him rocking, you know, his bureau uniform. We got the Gale Shinobi, which looks pretty badass. Probably go this color. Maybe the default. The red I'm not liking too much. The Rapscallion wetsuit. Ooh. Fun. School uniform with a hoodie. Part of me wants to, like, I never do this. I usually, like, don't have them wear the school uniforms very much in these games. But, ooh, the ceremonial wolf garb. Oh, and that's where the ceremonial wolf tail will go, that attachment. I see. But part of me wants to play through the whole team wearing school uniforms and just pretend this is an isekai and they all got teleported into this realm. And they just gotta deal with it. Law school uniform asks Jaren. Okay. I'll go with my favorite color scheme. Ooh, the white jacket looks pretty nice. And he will have a bandage. And he will also... Still don't want to do these wings on anybody. Maybe he'll just have the bandage. We've got too much stuff that goes in the same spot. I'm not feeling ears right now. Don't forget hair choices. Those things will get in the way during some skits. Oh yeah, that's true. We haven't looked at his hair yet. Okay, so we can have... This with the eye patch works really, really well. Different colored thing for it. This doesn't look too different from his regular, does it? I guess he's got kind of more bangs in that one. Here's a school. Ooh, all slicked back. I actually really kind of like that. It's just me wearing my wolf hat. Don't worry about it. It's not Rapide, because Rapide wore an eye patch, right? And there'd be like a little pipe on it if it was Rapide. I think I'm actually going to go with the slick back style. I really like this. It works. I mean, it's part of the uniform, so it all works out. Rapide just always had one eye closed. Damn. Maybe that is him. Okay. Let's set him as our playable character. So, we try him first. Does he have a skill panel thing to clear out? Oh. Noisy Ninja. Are these... Oh, these are the DLC title stuff. Diver Boy. Nope, I didn't see what that one was called. High School Heartthrob. That's fun. Okay, what do we got? Tectonic Punch. We have a ton of SP from the DLC that we're gonna go ahead and spend. Sounds cool. Yes, please. Yes, please. That sounds cool. So if my combos go extra long, he gets even better. What things do we need to do? Okay. Armored enemies broken by boost attack. Boost attacks. He needs to cook. Leg strike proficiency. Is that a move? Eagle dive is a classic. We won't mess with these for now. And I guess we might as well just complete it. Complete it. The stat buffs. Yeah, we're still saving for that. Okay. Punch and kick arts, I think he gets one self buff at the start. Okay. Speaking of, I should set up his arts since I'm going to be using them. Alright. I would like for this to be one that lifts up if we've got one. Serpent Knuckle, it looks like, is our only one. Steel is, yeah, that's the buff one, right? I don't want to do that for a second. Punch to the ground causes a shockwave to erupt. His thrust sends the enemy flying. Barrage of punches and kicks. I think we'll do that for now. And I guess all Eagle Dive all day. Do you have any equipment for him? We have the DLC stuff that would be broken right now, so we won't put that on. Accessories. He would probably want a Pierce emblem as well. Make another one of those. Fang Blast, I feel, is the bread and butter art. Okay, I'll keep my eyes out for it. Oh wait, this is the hideout we just left. Whoops. Just wanted to give you guys a little peep. Just wanted to check back in, make sure everyone's okay. Anyone need anything? I'm going out. Now, let's get the item that's up here. Worth it. I want a lot of on display. Seeing these big armored dudes with guns is fun. Oh, okay, so he has to charge up a second for Serpent Knuckle. That looked cool, but I didn't get a good combo going.
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
Monk fight, always loved monk fighters and Tales games. Yeah, Jude was one of my favorites to play with. Who else has there been? Eisen, great. Okay, there's Fang Blast. He's got delays between his moves that I've got to figure out so I can keep those combos going. And I haven't been able to build up my boost move yet. Everyone's dying too fast.
We managed to pull through.
Anything up here? What if there was just a little owl hanging up at the execution place and it was just there that whole cutscene? Oh, that's right, skits. I'm completely forgetting skits. Look at that huge shield. If only we had someone who could break shields with their boosts.
Got it.
Yeah. Tutorialize me, game. Breaker Fist. Unleash a forceful blow topped by Zephyr. Oh, effective on armored enemies, equipped with such protections as shield, shells and shields, breaks their defenses and downs them.
No armor's a match for me!
You mean you can get past that shield?
Just let him do his thing.
It's almost too strong.
Be my guest. Armor won't save you. My shield?
When enemies with shield shells and other hard armor emerge, send in Law. Normally attacks on such defenses from the front will be blocked, but you can use Law's boost attack to destroy their armor and expose them.
Ready and
Shut him down.
And do it. Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
That's cool.
I'll smash you. Do it. Little out. Demon's descent. Flashing fang.
Yeah, buddy.
We can really make weapons with this?
Yes, we can. Is there a skid out here that I wasn't doing? Huh? Maybe they don't do skits in here. Luckily, now that I know that this game lets you see even missed skits at campfires, I'm not as
Ganabelt must be somewhere inside. How
honestly
about it, Law? Any idea which
thinking
way
about
it
them
is?
in the moment because I'm like, I can watch this in a
This is a
second.
Renin castle.
I
You
forgot
think they
about
were in the habit of letting a Danon like me inside?
Point taken.
The astral energy's off the scale. Almost like it's pressing down on me.
You can feel it?
The whole castle must be brimming with it. My hunch is it'll get stronger the deeper we go.
It must be the spirit vessel. You can bet anything it's pulsing with stored astral energy. We can't let Ganabelt use it against us.
And we can assume that's his plan A.
Let him try. I'll destroy anything he throws at us.
With my bare hands. Love how each palace gets its own battle theme with a dynamic version of the field theme. That is, I didn't realize they were going to do that here, but that I can already hear it. Actually, wait. This is very similar to the last castle now that I think about it. I had something I wanted to check. Oh yeah, did he get a skill thing for doing... Do they not count those? They must not have counted the boost attacks during the tutorial. We can't just get a straight line to the boss. We're gonna have to do a little bit of dealing with this castle. Well, actually, you know what? Looking at the time, sorry YouTubers, but I guess this is gonna be the end for you today. We're going to see what happens in this castle the next time we play this. So see you later, have a fun one.
Oh my God.